Okay, real quick, just want to touch upon, I'm getting emails, some additional traders asking about the Pivot Point beta group. Uh, my plan was to kind of close down access today. And then I got big plans we're updating the mom strat for the Algo IQ program to incorporate scalp dots trading using time frame and symmetrical Renko sizing data that I've been amassing as I look at what's the best time frames to use and Renko settings on a range of instruments. So the program and I this weekend will be working on the updated mom strat. We're going to change the name of it and we're just going to call it the AIQ, short for Algo IQ underscore strat. And then in it, there'll be two modes. There'll be the mom signals momentum burst trades, and then you'll have scalp dot trades. You can pick from either one. So that's going to get worked on this weekend. I should be able to have that out early next week. I'll probably test it Monday, make sure everything is working right with the additional feature, and then release it, after the market closes Monday, or worst case scenario, early in the morning, pre-market open on Tuesday. So big plans there. But for those, if you missed before that we have the beta group, you want to get in, definitely let me know by end of day today. And then I'm going to package this stuff together, uh, kind of as a system to really evaluate it, do a bunch of work on it, and keep translating best time frame info over to Algo IQ for pivot point, or I guess you could call it pivot point trading style with the Algo IQ, but there we're going to use the AIQ1 indicator with the scalp dots. And then I'll evolve this stuff in a different direction, standalone. I have some other ideas, and now I've gotten some really good feedback from some of the traders in the group. And I'm like, wow, I have like 3 new ideas with this approach. I got to go test out now. Stuff that I would have never thought of. That's why I like putting stuff out, because I get ideas generation and seeing ways others are using the tools in ways I would have never thought of is exactly why I like doing this. Then we can really expand and see what ultimately is the most efficient way to trade the setups. So anyhow, I was running the strategy a bit here later, real light, just with one and two MNQs. And I figured it might get a little wild, and holy cow, we got some huge moves here end of day. Now I did it on higher time frames just in case we got into some narrow range kind of end of day. But yeah, the end of day here on Friday has been pretty powerful. But I'm done for the day. I'm not doing any more trading. I got all my testing done that I wanted to get done. So just want to mention, if you want access to the Pivot Point beta group, just contact me at info@gridalgo.com. I have all kinds of video content I'm going to put out over the weekend on some really cool settings that I've evaluated. And then some of these different directions I'm going to go with the pivot point trading style and kind of building on that. Because ultimately, any optimization or back testing data that I can verify with the PPG1 indicator, looking at symmetrical Renkos, I can keep translating that information over to using symmetrical Renkos, but with the AIQ1 indicator from the Algo IQ program. So in that mode, instead of running the AIQ bars, I'll have a standalone. In the interim, we can use Livewire Renkos, we can use Ninja Renko, some might use Unirenko or other Renkos out there like Renko BXT. But as I get best time frames, my plan is not only with the Pivot Point Trading Group, but also with Algo IQ, is to build our own symmetrical Renko that I know will be most optimal for running with our strategies. Basically, a Renko that can report tick by tick data. I guess you could say position reporting. then that way we can run symmetrical Renkos, but we'll do that with the AIQ1 indicator. And let me just kind of give you a quick look at that. Okay, so this isn't totally optimized yet. It's just kind of thrown together, but the process would be, I'll just start, anywhere. If my last signal was an uptrend cyan signal, it would execute a trade. Then when we get an opposite dot, the first dot, we ignore the other ones, the sequential ones. On the next dot, we would be short. Then on the next dot, we'd be long. So, let's say you got long, made a little bit, short, you lost a little bit, and then the long, you get over daily goal. So the current mom strat for the Algo IQ program will have two modes. We'll change it to the AIQ underscore strat, since it will cover both mom momentum burst trades and it'll cover scalp dot trades. So then you'll be able to go in on optimized settings and basically dot to 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 dot. You can basically play ping pong with the market, fully automated. And obviously, unless you're on something exceptionally optimized down in, let's say in the Ninja in the 70s, Renko sizing or below, you'd have to be really dialed in. 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s on up with some optimization, you can, if I did a little optimization, I could have it so this whole area would stay long. So I'd have a dot here. I probably would get a dot somewhere over here to be short, then long. And I just kind of like threw this chart up just to kind of show you what we're going to do with the Algo IQ program. That way, the Algo IQ program gets the benefit of the data that I'm getting on best Renko bar type, like which vendor has the best bar type, and then what's the best Renko settings per instrument, gold, oil, ES, NQ, the micros, and so on. And then, the AIQ1 indicator, we can optimize the settings and go in and play dot to dot to dot up to a point that a person gets a daily profit objective hit, or, is trading more of a max return where you just want to leave it on for extended periods of the day for more of a maximum return, which you can do on higher time frames. You can do really strong intraday position trading. So there you have it. That's what we're going to do with the Algo IQ program to benefit from what I've developed here with the pivot point trading approach. So anyhow, there we go. Pivot point trading beta group. I'm closing it today. info@gridalgo.com. I will evolve this more going forward, but I'll make separate videos on that. I'll be working on that over the weekend and working on the update to the current Algo IQ automated strategy. And then remember, in the pivot point beta group, we currently have the PPG1 indicator, some other indicators, and we have the pivot point trading automated strategy, which we need to do optimization and backtesting work. And it's working. It's all functioning properly. So there you have it. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll have a lot more videos up. Maybe today in the evening, maybe I'll add one more couple topics I want to hit on. But for sure this weekend, there's going to be a barrage of content on what I'm going to do, evolving this pivot point trading approach, and then also an update on the Algo IQ strategy. Going to see if maybe we can get it done by Sunday, but possibly Monday, actually, for the update to that strategy. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic weekend. Hope you had a great trading day, and we'll talk to you all later.